Welcome back to Mom It Like It's Hot, the Motherhood Insider. And we are getting inside self-care for moms in this episode. We've also got a special offer from some of our friends that will help you enhance your focus, reduce stress, and support your overall mental health this new year. So we are going to be sharing a couple episodes. The first one is my version of self-care, tips to care for yourself too. And then the second one that we're going to talk about is completely free radical self-care for moms. So, in the first one, written by Lauren Gay Barber, whom I adore, these tips for caring for ourselves. Self-care has become one of the most frequently used buzzwords of the past year. But what does it mean? How do you actually practice caring for yourself and keeping yourself and your family safe? And get your job done? And groceries purchased and prepared? Where is the time? Where do we begin? As it is, I've just sent my wife and child to the big pool so I could have a few moments in this house when it is quiet. I'm not working, fielding calls, on Zoom meetings, and the like, and I may not or may not have a glass of wine when I'm done writing this. Start where you are with what you have. For me, self-care can be as simple as stepping away from my computer, sitting in the sun, and getting a few minutes of vitamin D. A quick walk around the neighborhood, or guided meditation. Here are a few ideas to get your self-care into. First, social. Coffee with a girlfriend, an outdoor intimate, read small dinner party. Yes, order in, plate it yourself, and call it a day. Even a good FaceTime session. Second, spiritual. If you're a believer of any sort, the community you have at your chosen site of worship can be incredibly important. And if you don't subscribe to any formal higher power, feeling connected to similarly minded people, the earth, etc., is equally helpful. For me, this is anything that puts my own existence in this world in perspective. I am but one of 7.9 billion humans sharing this planet. One person who enjoys the ocean, an ocean filled with over 200,000 species of animals that we know of. Next, self. A good haircut has always been a big one for me. Taking time to invest in my appearance, vain as it may be, helps. And it doesn't hurt that someone washes my hair, brushes it for a bit, and I get to do nothing. Yes, Lauren, this is one of my favorite things. If I was ridiculously wealthy or won the lottery, I would just hire somebody to wash my hair for me every morning. It is one of the most relaxing experiences ever. All right, and then massage, facials, cryotherapy, flotation therapy, love that. Psychotherapy, I love a good therapist. Exercise, but just a few of the ways to take some time for yourself. And don't underestimate the power of journaling. Next, giving. Might you have something someone else may need? Get rid of it. See a need, fill it. Love that. Visualization, my very specific, super personalized way of de-stressing quickly when I only have a few minutes and get desperate. I look at photos of cabins. Confession, I have a whole Pinterest board of pieces of cabins I'd like to make my own. No one can go there except me, and sometimes my dog. Picturing the place I'd build and go for my quiet time is relaxing for me, and finding actual visuals of things that I'd put in there gives me respect. Music. Let's be honest. Sometimes there is nothing more soul nourishing than a quick drive, sunroof, windows open, favorite tunes blasting, singing at the top of your lungs. Also, the Calm app. She's a favorite of mine. I got our daughter in on that action with sleep stories when she was a babe. During the day, I can do a quick reducing anxiety meditation and it can reframe my mind. Laughter. Movies and television, listening to a podcast or audiobook. Ted Lasso is my newest feel-good obsession. Love Ted Lasso. And I highly recommend it. Caring for our family starts with caring for ourselves. I hope to set a good example for my daughter to follow. I hope you will all take some time to care for yourselves today. Such good, important reminders. I love it. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this content, make sure to click the like button, share with a friend, and hit the bell to subscribe and be notified when we have new stuff to share. Doesn't cost anything, so why not? And then from Tara Lamoco, another wonderful mama, completely free radical self-care for moms. She writes, recently a friend shared an idea from a training event she had attended. The presenter suggested imagining your ideal week and writing it down hour by hour. I'd had an Oprah light bulb moment when I tried this. Even as a stay at home mom, work from home, homeschooling mom, all the things I want to do, I was spending a lot of time doing things I didn't want to be doing. Driving, cooking, cleaning, many hours a week. This left hardly any time for what I wanted to be doing outside of work and school. Reading, gardening, relaxing with my kids, having a drink with my husband, visiting with friends, walking my dog. If your schedule is anything like mine, it's no wonder so many of us are tired, burnt out, unmotivated, anxious, and sometimes even depressed. But we're moms, right? We have to do that stuff. It's in our job description. That's why the title says radical, because I'm going to suggest that you do less of those things. Maybe not stop altogether. I'm not totally insane. I will suggest that with some thought and planning, you can dramatically reduce the time you spend on the less than fulfilling duties of parenting and more on the things that you actually love. I imagine you staring at your screen right now, muttering to yourself, "Oh, yeah, crazy lady, how exactly am I supposed to do that?" Well, I completely understand that not all of these ideas will work for everyone, considering kids' ages, work schedules, varying levels of support from family. My hope is just one of these ideas will give you a little breathing room in your days or inspire you to find something that will work for you. Find carpools. This is my number one suggestion because it dramatically improved my life. I was slow to embrace it because, for a variety of reasons, finding doable carpools was unreasonably challenging. Then again, so was driving three kids to three sports, lessons, clubs, friends, and events. I could literally be in the car 8 hours some days. Every ounce of effort to arrange carpools has been absolutely worth it. Ask everyone you know and keep asking until you find what works. So here's a little shout out to all the moms who have split driving with me the last couple of years. I love you because this has freed up so much time in my life. Stop cooking so much. I love to cook. It is important to me that we eat home cooked, healthy meals most of the time, but not at the expense of my sanity. I was spending a ton of time making meals, meal planning, shopping, prepping, and cleaning up. There are ways to do this no matter your budget. Sandwich night, leftover night, snack trays, what we adults call charcuterie boards, as dinner for the budget conscious. If you have the extra funds, prepared meals from the refrigerator or freezer section make life easy and are still less expensive than takeout. Stop folding laundry. Whoa, what? Okay, at least reduce how much time you spend folding laundry. One day, I sat down next to a mountain of laundry and decided to sort it into smaller chunks to make it less overwhelming. I realized that if each person folded their own clothes, it wouldn't take long at all. So I called over my perfectly capable children to fold and put away their own laundry. Honestly, I had to look away. Letting go of the right way to fold was challenging, but it gave me more free time and gave them important practice. Hashtag worth it. So worth it. What if you have little ones? Hang up everything you possibly can, or rather, have them hang it. Buy extra hangers and show children age 5 or older how to hang shirts, dresses, and pants. Even the smaller children, it might be worthwhile to install a row of hooks or pegs where they can hang the majority of their clothes. For everything else, simplicity is the key. Stack underwear in a drawer, toss socks in another, and let the kids find the matches. Teach them simple folding techniques for towels, shorts, or other basic items. Reimagine bedtime. Thanks to a couple of horrible sleepers, we established an extensive bedtime routine years ago. The good news is that it mostly works. The bad news is that some days I just didn't have it in me. A bedtime routine is essential for many babies and small children, and when they are older, it's still the time of day my kids open up and want to talk about their day, their problems, and the meaning of life. Not kidding. Luckily, it is possible to find a middle ground. Keep all the warm, snuggly, wonderful parts of bedtime, but how about you cut yourself some slack? Thinking back to when my children were small, I occasionally, not often enough, declared it short version bedtime. Instead of baths, just brushing teeth. Instead of two stories, we read one. Instead of sharing three things we were thankful for, we shared one. Unbeknownst to me, even at the ages of 2 and 3, this helped them develop empathy and flexibility. Man, I should have done more of that. As tweens and teens, of course, this looks different, but they are still keeping up with me later than I wanted them to be. They like to stay up later than me, so I was staying up late too in order to take advantage of that sweet bit of time they were willing to talk and be snuggled. I was tired. Instead, I started having tucking them in on my schedule. I go to their rooms, chat, plan the next day, love on them a little or a lot, and still get to bed at a reasonable hour most nights. Go to bed earlier and get up earlier. If you can work a little wiggle room into bedtime, I'm going to gently suggest going on to sleep instead of fill in the blank with all the things you need and want to do. If this sounds like torture, I know. I am a night owl. Me too. I get it. However, I have learned that things over the last 2 years while getting up at 5:30 a.m. with my high schooler, I am not less tired when I sleep in. Plus, those early morning hours are quiet and peaceful. I can focus, think, read, write, or sit quietly enjoying my coffee. Therefore, getting my day off to a solid start. It makes the whole day better. The last hours of the day do not have the same rejuvenating effect because my mind is full, my body is tired, and I cannot be as productive. Momming is a full-time job. There is no way around it. That does not mean we need to carry on until we burn out and overwhelm ourselves. Self-care is not optional if we want to maintain our mental health, but it doesn't have to be expensive or inconvenient. In fact, I think it should be the opposite, simply making room in our days for ourselves and treating ourselves as well as we treat those little humans we love so much. Radical? Not really. These are really, really good tips and ideas, Tara. I love all of them, especially now I've got the teenager and almost high schooler myself, trying to find ways to connect with her and also still take care of myself is really important. So thank you for that. And hopefully all of you found some good tips that you could use for yourself as well. Friends of ours at Magic Mind gifted me some of these amazing little like shot-sized healthy bottles to try out because as busy moms, they know that we are looking for ways to have healthy, sustained energy that we're not going to have crashes with afterwards, and just to help us stay focused and take care of ourselves better. So, been trying it for a while now. I take the quick little shot. Yes, it tastes healthy, but it doesn't taste horrible. It actually tastes pretty good, and it smells nice. And I drink that alongside my coffee. It's actually helped me decrease some of the coffee intake that I've had and just stay more mentally sharp and focused. So really great for me. Definitely something if you want to try it as well as a fellow mom, I would recommend it. And it's got a ton of really great magical ingredients. A couple that stood out to me most were matcha because I have a teenage daughter and matcha is something that these girls are obsessed with now. But the one that I was really excited about was lion's mane mushroom. It helps reduce anxiety and inflammation while also supporting cognition by preventing neural degeneration and stimulating neural regeneration. I had been reading up on it for a while, and it's something that I wanted to add to my nutrition and health routine. So it was great that I could just try it out in this. So we actually have a special link and a discount code so you guys could try it out for yourself. So only for January of 2024, you get 1 month for free when you subscribe for 3 months. And you go to www.magicmind.com/Jan, short for January, so JAN, and then MILIH. It's the initials for our podcast, Mom It Like It's Hot. And then you can also use our special code MILIH20, where you can get an extra 20% off, which gets you actually up to 75% off. And this only lasts again until the end of January this year. So hurry up and try it out before it goes away. But yeah, it's great. So try it out for yourself. Scan the QR code to be taken to our site and see all the new stuff that we put out every week.